hails from Port Chips. He'll be assisted by
Even though Kaizer Chiefs is becoming a smaller team, its finances are still looking good thanks to its loyal supporters. Football clubs have historically been sources of entertainment and symbols of unity in our local communities, but today they are also businesses, and as supporters, it is important to know how they make money and what to look for in their financial statements as signs that our favorite football club is healthy and being run effectively. In the year 2021, Kaizer Chiefs made 14.5 million in earnings from competition prices alone. They had a rough season that year, and yet they still earned more than some of the teams that were doing better than them. Chiefs generate income through various streams, including matchday earnings, broadcasting rights, competition prizes, merchandise sales, and commercial partnerships. Broadcasting revenue. Kaizer Chiefs is the most popular football club in South Africa. When Kaizer Chiefs played against Orlando Pirates in the year 2020, over 10 million people tuned in to watch. That is more than the 3 million spectators who watched the game between Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns that same year, which demonstrated how many people in South Africa like Kaizer Chiefs. Then that television rights are so hotly contested between the companies that can afford to bid to broadcast Kaizer Chiefs matches. Of all the clubs in South Africa, Kaizer Chiefs is the club that most people want to watch and is therefore one that brings in the most money. The value of the PSL broadcasting rights is over 2 billion, and Kaizer Chiefs matches are in high demand. A game between Mamelodi Sundowns and SuperSport United won't be viewed more than a game between Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. So when people say television revenue is the most important source of cash for football clubs, they are not lying. Competition prize money. Football is a competitive industry when everything is said and done. A team can finish just above the relegation zone and receive a decent amount of money from television coverage, but it will earn less than the club above it because you receive more money for each place you finish higher in the league standing. Kaizer Chiefs may not have the recent success of Mamelodi Sundowns or Orlando Pirates, but they still have more trophies than both the teams. And in 2021, they received 800,000 crashing out in the semi-finals of the MTN8. And they could have earned more if they had been knocked out in the finals. It's why you frequently hear about a cup run being very profitable for a lesser team. Player transfer. The transfer of a player is also neglected because that money is frequently invested in other players. It is not always considered part of a club's income, but clubs can secure a reasonable return on their investment by adding a sell-on clause into their contract when a player joins a bigger club. Kaizer Chiefs sold Siyabonga Ngezana for about 12 million to Romanian giants FCSB. Chiefs sold a 10% clause that they would profit from any potential sale in the future, which could provide a healthy amount. After a slow start at FCSB, Ngezana has become a key player for the Romanian team. The club president recently stated that the player is now worth around 140 million. As a result, Kaizer Chiefs will get to receive 10% of the sum when Ngezana gets sold. Matchday revenues. Matchdays were the primary source of revenue for football clubs. This can be divided down into several different divisions, the most obvious which is the ticket sales. It's no surprise that clubs such as Kaizer Chiefs with large stadiums generate the most money because they can charge money to every single individual who enters the stadium on game day. Kaizer Chiefs may not have had the recent success of Mamelodi Sundowns or Orlando Pirates, but they still make more money on a match day than both clubs. This is due to the FNB Stadium with over 90,000 seats and their loyal fan base that fills up the stadium. Obviously, the more popular and successful a team is, the easier it will be for them to make money on the gate. If a team performs well and has a loyal fan base, their ticket sales will continue to rise. The team will also profit from the second key cash generator on match days, food and drinks, and all game day programs are priced at the pleasure of the club. Merchandise sales. Sportswear companies like Adidas, Nike or Puma secure deals with popular clubs. When it comes to Kaizer Chiefs, the prospect of increased jersey sales is frequently mentioned as a financial gain. It is frequently advanced by certain loyal fans from Kaizer Chiefs pool of fans, who finds it sensible to own every Kaizer Chiefs jersey. This is like when Cristiano Ronaldo joined Juventus back in 2018. It took only a week for Adidas to have to recreate Ronaldo's jersey, and the season's jerseys were totally sold out within 24 hours. Head of Kappa South Africa Ricky Joseph claims that Kaizer Chiefs sold more jerseys than Orlando Pirates or Mamelodi Sundowns in 2023, despite failing to impress by lifting a trophy. The truth is, Kaizer Chiefs is a big brand in South Africa and Africa. The fans are the fans, and they are holding the club together. Kaizer Chiefs jerseys cost around 1,300 on average. Let's say 200,000 jerseys were sold. This means that the jersey will provide a total revenue of around 260 million. Typically, the manufacturer, in this case Kappa, paid the club 10 to 15% of the sales. This means theoretically Kaizer Chiefs made 26 million from merchandise sales last season. Football kit sponsors. In football, even the tennis pieces are sold to advertisers. Vodacom say the J's and Toyota say the sleeves. Advertisements for other Chiefs sponsors can be found on shorts, socks, jackets, advertising boards, and even the sub-bench. Kaizer Chiefs has 7 total sponsors, while Mamelodi Sundowns has only 5. As a result, it is clear that Chiefs profits tremendously from sponsorship deals. And Chiefs has renewed their sponsorship with Vodacom for another 5 years, which is worth over 900 million. In the same line, Orlando Pirates has the same partnership with Vodacom, and Mamelodi Sundowns has a partnership with Ubuntu. A football club's 3 biggest assets are the playing squad, supporters, and the stadium. And Kaizer Chiefs is relatively doing well in those departments. Even though they are now a small team, it is unusual to find a group of people in South Africa without at least one Kaizer Chiefs fan. All this means that despite the inherent challenges the club is facing, owning Kaizer Chiefs remains an attractive proposition than owning Orlando Pirates, even if it's not currently the most successful team. The financial success of a football club in South Africa relies on a combination of revenue streams such as Matchday Revenue. This refers to the income generated by football clubs through ticket sales, food and drinks. Broadcasting rights. Football clubs receive fees for their games being shown on TV. Commercial partnerships. This involves partnership deals that football clubs enter into, with companies contributing to their financial stability. Clubs also receive grants from PSL, generate revenue from the sales of merchandise, and earn money through player transfers and competition prizes. And of the 16 PSL clubs, only Kaizer Chiefs has substantial sponsors. They come first place when it comes to ticket and merchandise sales. Therefore, despite failing to impress by lifting trophies, Kaizer Chiefs still earns a lot more than all the PSL clubs. Mamelodi Sundowns is mainly bankrolled by the owner of the club with financial muscles, Dr. Patrice Motsepe.
For me, football has to be about people, and it has to be about community. And I've seen a lot of opportunities with